Hey guys, so I'm going to go over the whose line is it so that you guys know what to do and can practice, and I'll tell you which one's getting graded, and then we'll go over the notes for today. So for the whose line is it, I am about to make the answers appear right now. So for the line y equals negative 4x, it went through the word bam, and that would be right here. It had a slope of negative 4. You did not have an intercept, so your intercept should be at 0, 0. And then if you put in a point, one point you could have put in was negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4, so you would have went negative 1, positive 4. Or you could have put in positive 1, and you would have got 1, negative 4, because 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. So those were for the BAM. The next one is ZAP, and that is y equals 3. So honestly, you should catch on that when you have a y equals a number, it's going to be a horizontal line at that number on the y-axis. So it was going to be 3 no matter what, but you also could have used the equation y equals 0x plus 3 and got some points from there. It would have been any of these points that are on the graph. Then you have y equals negative 1/2 x minus 4. Your y-intercept is negative 4, so your line should be going through at negative 4. And then your slope was 1/2, so you could put in points to get 0, negative 4, 2, negative 3, or 4, negative 2. Or you could have went the other way. If you did negative 2 as a point, you could have did negative 2, negative 5. And those are all, if you did multiples of 2, you would have got even numbers. If you didn't do multiples of 2, you would have got numbers that would have somewhat gone on the lines, but you would have had to figure out where it went, and I don't recommend that. So then the next one is y equals 2x minus 1, which was smashed. It went through smash right here. And again, your y-intercept was negative 1, so it should have went through right there. And you could have found other points by plugging in numbers. If you plugged in 1, it was 1, and you would have got 1 as your y. If you did 2, you would have got 4 or 3 as your y. If you did 0, you would have got negative 1. If you did negative 1, you should have got negative 3, and so on and so forth until you got through. So that blue line was smashed, and then the green line was y equals x. It should look just like the one that was in your notes on the other page. Any number you got for y would have been x. You got 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2, negative 3, negative 3, negative 4, negative 4, and negative 5, negative 5. So down here it says, at what point do the following lines intersect? And if you go through, kapow is right here, and smash is right here. So you just go through until they intersect right there at 1, 1. Then you have kapow and zap. So you have kapow, you have zap, and you just go through until they intersect right there. And that would be 3, 3. So 3, 3. Then you do smash, and then you do poof, and you go until they intersect right here at negative 2, negative 5. And then you have smash, and you have zap. Where's that? There it is. Smash and zap intersect right there at 2, 3. So that's how you get the points down there. So hold on. So I've decided. So this is the one that you're going to get graded. Again, you're going to have y equals negative 2, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 2, y equals 2x, y equals x minus 5, and y equals negative 1/4 x plus 1. You will list whatever bomb it goes through. It should only go through 1. So if you're going through 2, you've done something wrong. And then you're going to tell me what points do the lines intersect. I'm going to go just show the answers for the next one. If you have questions, you can hop on Zoom and let me know. For the third, whose line is it? The boxes are filled with carrot, scissors, world, strawberry, and star. The lines intersect at 2, 4, and negative 3, 4. And here is the graph so you can see it, all the lines. Make sure you check yours and make sure you did it correctly. So today, the lesson that you are going to actually be doing and completing is slope-intercept form graphing. Sorry, mine got cut off a little bit, but we're doing this page. It's page 7. I'm going to do this page with you. You are going to complete the other page. So, let's go over the video. Let's remember that M equals slope and B equals the y-intercept. So if you're being given an equation, you want to graph it, and you don't want to have to find each and every single point, there's a much easier way, and these are the steps to do it. So you put the y-intercept on the graph. That would be your 0 and whatever your y is. Then step 2 says use the slope to do rise over run. Remembering that rise is your up and down, and run is your left and right. Up being and right are positive, and down and left are negative. Then you're going to use a ruler or straight tool to draw the line through the points. There should be no curved lines. None, guys. This is important. All right, let's do this one. Y equals 2x plus 7. So first thing we do is graph the y-intercept. Our y-intercept is 7. So it's going to go through our y at 7. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is right there. So we're going to place it at 7. That is our first point of this line. Then I'm going to do my rise over run. If I have a m of 2, that's still the same thing as saying an m of 2 over 1. So you're going to go up 2 to the right 1. So up 2, hold on, sorry. We're going to go up 2 to the right 1. So we can only fit one more point doing that. But you can also do the opposite. Don't forget that this also means that it's negative 2 over negative 1, which means we can go down 2 and to the left 1. Remember, 2 negatives make a positive. So we can also go backwards, saying down 2 to the left 1. Down 2 to the left 1, down to the left 1, and down to the left 1. Now, you don't have to make all these points. If you have a good ruler at home, go ahead. But if you don't have a ruler, it's going to help to make as many points as possible. So let me get my ruler tool. I'm going to go ahead and turn it and make my straight line. And I was a little off, but you guys get the point. So that is your line. Make sure it actually goes through, unlike Miss Gates. All right, next one. We have negative x minus 6. So for this one, we're going to say our m is equal to negative 1. Because remember, there's always an invisible 1 in front of that x, even when it's a negative. And our b, our y-intercept, is negative 6. So we're going to go down to negative 6. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Make your mark. That's our y-intercept, and then we'll do our rise over 1. Well, if we have negative 1, the same thing as saying negative 1 over 1. So we're going to go down 1 to the right 1. Or you can think of it as its opposite of saying we can go up 1 and to the left 1. We can put our negative on the bottom. It's the same thing. It's going to get us our points. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1. So, sorry guys, down 1 to the right 1. So let's make our point. Down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1. Well, that's not really enough to make a point, so we're going to do our opposite of going up 1 to the left 1, up 1 to the left 1, up 1 to the left 1, up 1 to the left 1. And then I'm going to go get my straight edge. If these 3 points work for you, great, but most times it's going to mess up if you don't get all the right points. Like now, Miss Yates is struggling to get it to line up. I think that's it. All right, and then you, and I messed it up. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, and that's your straight line. I'm going to do the rest off camera so that it won't take as long and I can just go over it really quickly. So for this one, you have y equals 4. I've drawn my line already, but remember, when you have y equals 4, it's the same thing as saying y equals 0x plus 4, which makes my y-intercept 4 and my slope 0. Well, if my slope's 0, there's nowhere to go up or down. So I start at 4 and I don't go anywhere because there's no up and down. So I'm going to draw my line straight across. Remember, guys, when you see y equals, it's going to be that number where it's at. So that's it. This one over here, we have x equals -2. Again, the x always has to be -2. So there is no slope for this one at all because it's not even in slope-intercept form. And you have an x of -2. So you're going to draw your line up and down through -2 because there is no slope. There is no y-intercept. It's literally just every point is going to have -2 as an x, which means it has to go up and down through -2 on your grid. And that's it. You guys are going to go through answers 1 through, I think it is 12, if I'm correct. Yep, 1 through 12. Graph them, and then I'll have a spot for you to turn them in for me to check them. If you have any questions, jump on Zoom. See you later, guys.